Oh, Pongo. It's her. It's that devil woman.
Oh, must be Cruella, your dearly devoted old schoolmate. Cruella de Vil. That's it.
Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
Oh,
There is to take a sudden chill. Cruella, Cruella. She's like a sweating for the kill.
Roger,
Look
she'll
out
hear
for
you.
Cruella de Vil.
Let her in, Nanny.
Anita, darling.
How are you?
Miserable, darling, as usual. Perfectly wretched. Where are they? Where are they? For heaven's sakes, where are they?
Who, Cruella? I don't...
The puppies, the puppies. No time for games. Where are the little brutes?
Oh, it'll be at least 3 weeks. No rushing these things, you know.
Anita, you're such a wit. Here, dog. Here. Here, dog.
Cruella, isn't that a new fur coat?
My only true love, darling. I live for furs. I worship furs. After all, is there a woman in all this wretched world who doesn't?
Oh, I'd like a nice fur, but there are so many other things.
Sweet, simple Anita. I know. I know. This horrid little house is your dream castle. And poor Roger is your bold and fearless Sir Galahad.
Oh, Cruella.
And then, of course, you have your little spotted friends. Ah, yes. Yes, I must say, such perfectly beautiful coats.
Won't you have some tea, Cruella?
Now, I've got to run, darling. Now, let me know when the puppies arrive. You will, won't you, dear?
Yes, Cruella.
Now, don't forget, it's a promise. See you in 3 weeks. Cheerio. Cheerio, darling.
All right. How are you guys doing? Hi, Jen. Hey, Thing One, Muffin Top, Tennessee volunteers. Hey, Donna Burns. Hi, Elixir. I saw somebody come in and say, "Is there sound?" Did you not hear the? Did y'all see the? Could y'all not see the video? I wonder because I'm sharing to another destination. If you can hear me, put a one. I think we're having a breakdown. Let me check Twitter. Let's see what's happening on Twitter. Hold on. People on Twitter may be able to hear and see. Let's see. Um, no, maybe not. Huh. Strange. What's going wrong? Okay, okay, I got both sound and audio. Very good. Okay, thank y'all. Thank y'all for that. Because I'm trying something different this time. Um, I'm actually, sharing to multiple locations at one time. Uh, just curiosity, just trying to see, what it expanding my technological horizons and being as I'm not exactly a tech wizard. Yeah. It just to share it to multiple platforms is a accomplishment that of which I am quite proud, I might add. All right. Vampires. Today we're talking about vampires. We're talking about the vampires that feed off your soul. Correct? So it's so look, it is no secret secret that social media in general, but probably YouTube, wow, we got our fair share of narcissists. Can we be honest? It is there's a lot of there are a lot of creators. Well, first of all, there's a lot of great creators. Let me say that first. A lot of amazing creators that they put good information, cool, interesting, fun, worthwhile, notable, chilling, lots of great information. But we also have a group that establish a channel and community, and it's all about their needs. It's all about what they can get. It's all about what what the payoffs are for them. The focus isn't so much on what kind of information are they expert in, or what kind of information do they have a particular hobby or a particular talent, or a particularly interesting or notable story, interesting connections to people in the world. That what you put out there is information that people would be excited or interested in listening to, knowing about. It doesn't even have to be that you have to be particularly talented or notable in some unique way. It could be that you're just a really you're one of those people that has the gift of gab, right? Elon Musk sent a response one time to something that I had typed, a message that I posted under the Elon Musk, banner, and it was small talk should be, or is small talk illegal? And I thought, spoken like a true person with zero interest in conversation, right? But for neurotypical people that enjoy being around other people and they enjoy, banter. Some people really are interesting. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about, and they're just interesting, right? They've got that ability. But again, we do have some people, some creators on YouTube that are not particularly good at social intercourse, discourse. They're not particularly talented in one specific thing. They're not, they don't really offer, it seems like their platform is there to just say, okay, you guys, what are y'all going to do for me? Tell me what you're going to do for me. How are you going to help me? And those are the ones that make me feel very uncomfortable. So I thought that I would kind of go, kind of take a different approach on this whole question of narcissism, and talk a little bit, just not clinical, not be pedantic in talking about narcissism, but to just sort of, well, here we go, put it into the vernacular of the peasantry, which is what I like, because I really despise pretentiousness. I got a real problem with pretentious people. I don't care how educated they are, wealthy they are. What's the point? Just be nice to people, be yourself, enjoy the people that come into your sphere of influence, and then everybody's okay, right? So my squid pro quo, yeah, someone's going to come along and go, Jules, did you know you said squid? You said squid pro quo. You're so dumb. No, I'm not. Mm-mm. I was watching Little Mermaid. Yeah. Ursula. You'll have your looks, your pretty face. Yeah. So So she's another really great narcissist. Hers is a bit different though. But for the most part, she's collecting souls, right? Come on, you poor unfortunate souls. And she's gonna trade off her talent for magic to take things that notice like with Little Mermaid. Ursula doesn't take Little Mermaid's perfect figure, her beautiful hair. What does she take? She takes the one thing that Ariel's loves the most, and that's her voice, right? It won't cost much, just your voice. All right. So this is like standard operating procedure for a narcissist. They look for something you value, and then that becomes the weapon. And then you've got your squid pro quo. And every good narcissist needs a flotsam and jetsam to help them with their squid pro quo. Correct? All right. I have this urge to sing. I'm not going to. I'm going to resist it. The boss is on a roll. Okay. Now then, these poor unfortunate souls. All right. So here we go. Okay. So when you think about narcissism, think about Ursula in Little Mermaid or Cruella de Vil. What Cruella de Vil is feeding on the souls of defenseless animals. And we do have those narcissists out in the world. Anything they perceive as weaker than them, they don't stand a chance. So whether you're a little cute little dog, as long as mommy is happy, as long as mommy is feeling great, the little dog is safe and everything's okay. But just you let someone step on mommy's toes. The little furry creatures, those animals that may be perceived as defenseless, they may be in trouble. So there's that version where the narcissist is excited by the idea of having dominion over defenseless little creatures. And then there's the other side, which I think are probably far more sophisticated narcissists. Obviously, these are narcissists that are actually feeding off the weaknesses of human beings, like Ursula, right? And they're all over the place. I mean, they're in every walk of life. They're everywhere you go, but you got to learn how to recognize them. So how would you recognize a narcissist? Like it's easy to go into a prison and go, oh, so you killed 2 little children and your wife? Oh, because you wanted an Audi and a new girlfriend? Oh, okay. So you consumed the souls of your little kids and your wife in order to get what you wanted, which was a flashy, fancy car. There's your narcissist, right? There's your guy. So it's easy to find them in places like prison, places where the narcissist, their hunger became so ravenous that they acted out in a way that, oopsie, now we got to do something. But what about in the days before you get to that point of broken laws and lost jobs and bankruptcy? How do you recognize these people so that you don't sign a legal contract to be in their sphere? You don't marry them. You don't, hire them to come in and be a trusted figurehead in your company. How do you recognize them when they show up on your doorstep? Well, one of the biggest, and I think this is probably what limits. This is the thing that makes me call out, back off quick. Like I can, it's like I have a reflex, right? When I hear it, when I see this in action, I just, it's like this sound, and that is me retreating from any further friendship development or conversation. When I hear and see this, I know that no, this is headed down the wrong road right here. And that is a person with an overinflated sense of self. These people that are so grandiose in their importance. And don't get me wrong, if you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, you come into my office and you begin to tell me how successful and amazing you are, okay, I'm going to listen. You're not going to hear the sound of Jules backing up. No, I'm going to stand my ground, because you may actually have some accomplishment that would be it would be informative that, oh yeah, this is a person who, maybe they're being accurate in their self-appraisal. Maybe they truly have done things that are quite remarkable. And if that's the case, you know what? I'm sitting in the front row, because there's not very many geniuses out in the world. I want to be there learning from that genius. I want to hear the thoughts and the insights, the deductive reasoning that this genius will go through, regardless of what the problem is, regardless of whether they're talking about, how to live a more authentic life, or they're talking about fixing world hunger. I don't care. If you're a genius, you have a certain way of looking at a problem that the grandest majority of people don't have, and therefore your ideas and insights have merit. So if you have accomplishment, I mean, if there's something out there that says, yes, this person may not be reflecting a grandiose sense of self-importance, this person may be just providing you a litany of facts related to their experience and their accomplishment. But what about those people that talk like they're, I don't know, Noam Chomsky, for God's sake? Yeah, Noam is like one of my heroes. Noam Chomsky, this guy, absolutely brilliant, like Piaget, look, coming in and giving substance and understanding and form to something that no one had ever been able to explain. So you come in, you talk like you're Noam Chomsky, but what's your claim to fame? Like, what have you done to earn that label for yourself? Then I'm a little skeptical. Then I'm a little bit like, okay, well, maybe there's things, that not everybody lives a really public life, not in their personal life, and sometimes not even in their professional life. I've seen heroes, real life, flesh and blood heroes, saving lives, doing things that the rest of the world could not even understand. And they sit by themselves at lunch. They're either hiding in their office or they're in the operating room. There's not a bunch of soaking up the glory. They're just like this uber brilliant person that just sits around and thinks of ways to do their job when their job is to keep people alive. It's very interesting. So when I see this grandiose sense of self-importance, when I see a person say, okay, well, look, you may be a doctor. Maybe you're a brilliant surgeon. Maybe you've got a PhD in, microbiology. But me, what I do, people that do what I do, we're special. We take information and we just like go around and just tell everybody how they're wrong. We're special. I'm special. You're offensive. That's all. You're offensive, and you're using other people's very real accomplishments with academic models and theories, time tested theories, and you're using that to try to get glory for yourself. A bit like Ursula, right? Okay. So so my backup point is grandiose self-importance. And when I see that grandiosity and I start trying to assess why are you so important? Like, do you think you're so great? What have you done that merits that level of, what you are demanding people worship you? We have creators that want worship. We have creators that believe that they are untouchable. And just like Ursula, Ursula went after the Little Mermaid's voice. Ursula went after Ariel's, voice. But what about those creators that would go after your privacy? What about those people on YouTube that go to great lengths to try to figure out what is this person's background and history? Why would somebody want to know? Why we are all sitting in a chat room reading each other's, digits and dots. And why would anybody's real life history have anything to do with a conversation that you're having on YouTube? Why? Why would a creator even care about our own backgrounds and histories? Why? But they're out there. Those creators are out there that say, I need your real name. I need your address. I need to see a copy of your driver's license. I need to know who you are because, we have trolls. Oh gosh, there's trolls on YouTube. You're kidding. There's trolls everywhere. That's why YouTube has given us a timeout function. That is why YouTube has given us a block function. If we had the very worst trolls coming into this chat right now today, I don't even have to time them out. All you have to do is block them, and then you don't see a word they say. YouTube has made it so that you're in full control of troll activity in your conscious awareness. So why not block them? Why are you demanding people's picture ID? Weird. Well, what if we take it back to this grandiose sense of self-importance? That this creator is engaging in a pervasive pattern of fantasy that is fulfilling their pathological need for admiration. Their need for admiration is so pathological that they lack even the slightest morsel of empathy. To a point, the lack of empathy is so profound that they're actually sadistic when they take your voice. We got her, boys. The boss is on a roll. These poor unfortunate souls. Now I'm gonna dox you, baby. Now we're going to make a channel and we're going to put all your most humiliating and embarrassing moments out there, and people will come. If we build that cesspool of a channel, taking different people that used to be subscribers that somehow messed with the queen bitch of them all, we're going to make a channel that is going to put people out there when they're crying, when they're angry, when one friend is betraying another friend. We're going to put it all out there in a channel. We're going to give it some flowery name like the Truth Vault. You'll be sorry if you mess with me, right? Ursula. It won't cost much, just your voice. I'll give you the man. I'll give you the legs that you want. You'll have the love, the life. It'll be fabulous. Come be a part of our community. You will be family. You'll have friends that you don't have now. It won't cost much, just your voice. You'll have your looks. You'll have your pretty face. Don't underestimate the importance of body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They say a girl that gossips is a bore, but they dote and preen and prawn on a lady who's withdrawn. We have our Ursulas on YouTube. They're out there. Yeah, come on. Be a part of the best community on YouTube. It won't cost much. I just need to see your photograph. Let me see your photograph. Where do you live? Oh, you want to sell things? Dandy. Give me your PayPal. It won't cost much. Just your identity. And if you cross the line, if you can't pay the price of complete and utter loyalty, oh well, there are lines to be crossed. There are phone calls to be made to your licensing board. There are children to be contacted. Let me tell you what your mother is up to online. It won't cost much, just your voice, Ariel. They're out there. That grandiose sense of self-importance. This exaggeration of non-existent achievements and talents is like being the world-famous hippotherapist. A lack of empathy, sadistic delight. It's all there on a YouTube channel coming directly to you. And if you do not protect yourself from this wish granter, this great and wonderful helper, this wonderful person who will take your loneliness away from you and fill your world with digital friends. A 24-hour-a-day conversation that is easily accessible at your fingertips, no matter the day, the time, the place. You will have friends. And it's not going to cost you $5 a month. And it's not going to cost you $50 a month. It won't cost you much at all. Just your sense of safety. All you have to do is give up your right to privacy. Instant friendship can be found with your willingness to let someone invade your family connections, your professional connections, to post videos, send things to your job, people you have contracts with. But don't worry, as long as you don't cross the line, you won't have to pay a price. Just do what she tells you to do. All right. So, what are some of the things that we might hear an Ursula or a Cruella de Vil say in real life? Like when you guys are talking. When you're in your big 24-hour a day, nonstop, never ending, friendly chatter. What are some things that you might hear? Well, if you say, I'm feeling mildly uncomfortable about this idea that I'm supposed to report an ethics complaint about an attorney, but this guy's not my attorney. Like, he didn't do anything wrong. Why would I make an ethics complaint? I think ethics boards are for people that like have worked with you and they dropped the ball and they, did something bad, but I don't even know who this attorney is. And you're asking me to report this. You're asking all of our loving community to contact an ethics board to get an attorney in trouble. I don't feel comfortable with that at all. What might you hear? Oh my God, you're making shit up in your head. You're so irrational. Look, I'm telling you, it's legal. You can make a complaint to an ethics board. It's totally legal. You know what? I don't do things that are wrong. I don't do things that are wrong. I would never direct my squids to do things that were wrong. How dare you? I really think you may need some help. You question me? You think that I'm telling you to do something that you can't do by law? Why do you think there's an ethics board out there for attorneys or doctors or engineers? We can use them as weapons for people that don't worship me. I demand to be worshiped. And if that woman, that little squid that scurried away from our squid cave, if she's married to an attorney or she's married to an engineer, we can report her to the engineer's ethics board. It won't cost much. Just her voice and a job, maybe. Perhaps frighten her children. Oh, it's Saturday. It's your turn to stalk children. Yes. How could I have let that get past me? My goodness. Yeah, this squid swam free from the cage a long time ago. She was the smartest squid in the group. There'll be hell to pay for sure. Because that squid has turned into a magnificent marlin who has absolutely no time messing with little nuisance squids. So what do the squids have to do now? What is the Ursula going to direct Flotsam and Jetsam to do about that big, magnificent marlin who's swimming through the ocean fearlessly and with great power? What is Ursula going to do about that? Oh, well, she's going to get her slimy little Flotsam and Jetsam to stalk the baby marlins. That's right. They're now stalking children. They're literally driving around behind a family and learning where they live. Wait a minute. They don't send Ursula crayon drawings. No, 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 no. This is 2022. We get photographs. Photographs. How comfortable are you with that? How comfortable are you with the idea that a YouTube creator would ask flying monkeys to get photographs of children and homes of one of their subscribers who flew the coop, who said, you know what, I don't think I like that creator anymore. I don't like what that creator is saying. I think that creator has gone right off the edge. I think I'm going to leave this community. This is not the community I want to be in anymore. So color me gone. I'm out of here. It won't cost much, just your voice. What else might we hear an Ursula say? You're so childish. You're such a moron. Let me tell you about Jules. She got all of her teeth pulled out and got dentures. I'm not talking about this. I'm not arguing with you as if her own personal self-importance, Ursula, her own grandiose, inflated sense of self-importance makes her too smart to tolerate a discussion with someone small and little and not important, saying, but wait a minute, you're accusing people everywhere of doing these things. You calling people pedophiles, multiple people pedophiles, and you say, I'm going to show you the proof, and you never show the proof. All you do is put up videos of people who are crying or they're angry or they're sad. And then you send Flotsam and Jetsam off into the murky, nasty, dank, dirty, brackish waters just to start doing things like calling churches, calling schools where people's children attend, calling licensing boards and making ethics complaints against professionals that you have never had a professional working relationship with. It won't cost much to be a part of that community. Just your voice. What else might Ursula say? Oh my gosh, it's always something with you. You're crazy. Here's a favorite. Whatever. Whatever. Roll your eyes. How about this one? You used to be a good person. I remember when you were a good person. And now I can see what you are. Why? Because somebody had the audacity to stand up and say, hey, I don't think it's a good idea for us to be reporting to an ethics board for an attorney that nobody knows. Oh, you used to be a good person. That was before you stood up to me. I used to think you were a wonderful person because you were in the Navy. It's such an honor. It's such an honor to be in the Air Force. I used to have respect for you, but now I can see you were nothing. You weren't even in the Navy. You were allegedly in the Air Force. In the Air Force. They allegedly called you Colonel. Here's a good one. I just don't have time for these games. I don't have time for this. I'm far too busy making my slimy little channel where I show people crying and sad and angry and broken. That is a far more important endeavor then proving to you guys that the terrible, awful things that I'm saying is real. How about this one? Uh-huh. Mm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. 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 Just try. Just try. Mm-hmm. 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 You're a liar. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're a liar. Mess with me, buddy. You will lose. I'll never give up. And she won't. 4 years later, Jules got all of her teeth pulled out. Now she has dentures. Yeah, I know it. It's true. Or not. How about this one? If you're on the phone with Ursula in front of an audience, Ursula might say something like, listen, you need help. You really do. You need some help. I can't play your games anymore. I really feel sorry for you. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. I feel sorry for you. Okay. I've got to go. I'm not being bullied anymore. How about this one? This was epic. This was like a Broadway sign. You know what I mean by the Broadway signs, right? They're very large. They're well lit, right? Neon signs with bold, brilliant, beautiful colors, correct? How about this one? Listen, I've tried to reason with you. You won't hear me. As the other person keeps saying, but I heard you. My ears. I heard exactly what you said. And you said ABC. And Ursula says, no, I'm telling you what I said. And this very strong person says, no. I don't need you to interpret what you said. I heard it. Like I was there when it happened live. I heard what you said. Let me tell you what I said. And the lady says, no, I heard what you said. No. You think you heard what I said. And this wonderful person says, I did hear what you said. No gaslighting for this woman. This woman is standing strong like Stonewall Jackson, baby. She knows what she heard. But Ursula? No. I have to interpret. I have to rewrite history. Don't stop me. Let me tell you what you heard. Right? Yeah, those of you that have dealt with a narcissist, you know this dance, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. Now, here's the big Broadway sign. Okay? When they won't let you gaslight them, stand back and tell 12 other people, okay, boys, have at her. And that's exactly what happened. Ursula stood back and said, I just can't reason with her. No, you weren't trying to reason. You were trying to rewrite reality. And she wouldn't let you because she's giving her best interpretation, her best imitation, playing her finest role as Stonewall Jackson saying, I know what I heard. Nope. You are not going to put words in. Nope. I know reality. I heard, my ears heard it. I've got a damn fine brain. I know what you said. Stop. Just answer the question. Don't tell me how I'm wrong. Ursula said, I can't. Anybody else wanna, quotation marks, have a go at her? And then Flotsam and Jetsam come slithering up onto the panel. and they begin to all attack this woman. It's crazy. Anyway, let's see. Okay, here's another thing that a narcissist, you might hear a narcissist say to you. What do you mean I have no real friends? I have an attorney friend, and my attorney friend owns a yacht. I have tons of friends. You're just a depressed loser who stays home all the time with no friends. You don't know anybody with a yacht. Oh, you volunteer at a pet rescue? Wow. That's impressive. Meanwhile, while you go play with your, flea-ridden little dogs, I'm going to be on the yacht with my friend. But in reality, they're really just the maid on the yacht, not a friend. Oh, I forgot. You're holier than thou, aren't you? How about this one? Oh, poor you. Yeah, well, I don't, worship Christmas either because, well, I'm not a Christian. I love this one. Another Broadway sign and neon sign. You just love being a victim, don't you? Hey, you know what? Others think I'm a really nice person. Other people say that I'm a pretty nice person. What do you guys think? Flotsam, Jetsam, Cruella. What do you guys think? Am I a nice person? She's so nice. How about this one? I can't. I can't. I am going to stay away from you as long as you put me down. As long as you talk about me, I am staying completely away from you. And the problem is that they're now reporting you to the ethics board. They're now calling your children's school. They're now calling CPS to report you. They're now looking up apps to spoof a voice on their computer that will sound like a troll calling in with death threats. Can I say something? I have been on YouTube for about 4 years, okay? And when I first began making videos, I was completely innocent, digitally virginal, if you want. Okay. I didn't understand about trolls. I didn't understand about all of this icky, murky game playing that happens in some, channels. And occasionally comes into my channel. I get all that. I'm good with it now. I know how to ignore it. I know it's, sometimes it's just people trying to be funny and having fun. Sometimes it's people with some really nefarious, desires. But the very worst I ever experienced was when I had the audacity to say, hey, Ursula, quit talking about me. Why is it that I make a video and the first thing you do is go to your channel and go after me and rip me apart? Why? Why are you telling your subscribers to stay out of my channel? I don't understand. And I didn't. I was new to YouTube. I had no idea what it was. And the things that were sent to my email, oh my God. Flotsam and Jetsam, they, Thorazine. They need Thorazine daily. Whomever is sending this hate stuff was dark and terrifying and scary, unlike anything I had ever seen before. Like when I was reading some of that stuff, I was like, oh, you are a scary person. And I don't know who they were. I don't know who the people were that were sent, but I know this. It didn't start until I said, hey, you stay in your lane, do your thing. I'll stay in mine. Leave me alone. And at that point, when I invoked the wrath of Ursula, that is when the dark and scary came out. And I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy. Do you know since that time, I've not gotten those kinds of emails and messages. Isn't that weird? 4 years? 4 years of being on YouTube, growing, from 3 subscribers, up to wherever we are now, 10,000 something. How is it possible that I haven't gotten a single person wishing death upon me? No, nobody's wished death. Nobody's called my house. Well, no, one person did. But other than that, nothing. How's that possible? It's highly suspect. That's all I gotta say. I've asked a couple of my friends that have YouTube channels, people that I don't tell you guys are my friends. I've learned from 4 years on YouTube, you know what? Don't reveal. That's what I've learned, because somebody out there is very odd and they, try to meddle. There's not a lot of people. When you do end up, I'll say this, when you do end up with somebody that's going after you like that on that level, it kind of gets kind of scary, right? You do file law complaints. You do get a protective order. Some have even sold their home, moved to a new place, right? But not this petty, middle of the night foolishness, like high school children. Hey, is your refrigerator running? It's just silly. Okay. What else might you see or hear a narcissist say? Oh, look at yourself. You're really losing it. Wow. You are losing it. Yeah, I'm losing it. You called my child's boss. Yes, I'm losing it. What's wrong with you? Oh, wow. Look, you're so unstable. Look how emotional you are. Yes, I am. I don't know who you are. And you've lodged a legal ethics complaint, and I have no way of answering it because I don't know who you are, lady. Wow. Wow, you're losing it. Wow. Like, okay, you are, yes, I own it. I'm losing it. But why? What about this? I love this one. This was so childish. You remember when your little kids, when they were young, you remember how they would say, oh, got something in my eye. Hold on. Eyelash. It's the eyelash from hell. Hold on. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Poked me right in my eyeball. You know what that was? That was God. That was God, because God don't like ugly. It may have been my mama saying, hey girl, you better straighten up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will. I'll be nice. Okay. How about this one? You're too sensitive. I love this one. I know what you're thinking. Oh, do you? Really? What was your first clue? The packed suitcases by the door? Was that your first clue that I've had enough? I'm done with you. How about this? No one will ever be as good a friend to you as I am. No one. You can abandon the squid community, but you'll never find a community as good as this one. Never. You better be sure before you walk out on the squids. We're the best community. If you walk out on us, no other community will want you. Wait till I tell them what you did to the squids. Okay. I'm the only one that really loves you. What do you get out of being so moody all the time? I hope you're having fun being a bitch. You are not going to control me, said by the person who's calling your boss. How about that? Here's some classic narcissist phrases. Things that you would hear a narcissist say on any given day. I never said that. Well, everyone agrees with me. You're crazy. You're too sensitive. You are lazy. You never listen. You better wipe that look off your face or I'll do it for you. I have to do everything. Oh, I'll pay you back. Just you wait. After the narcissist cheats on you, the narcissist says, why are you so upset? I said, I'm sorry. You will never find a creator who loves you like I do. Well, you can say that I'm mean, but you know what? The boss at my company told me that they had the best time with me because I was the one that was at the party that made them have a great party. My boss said that he likes me more than he likes anybody else. So what does that say about you and your petty little complaints about my infidelity? My job is so important. I don't answer your text because you're bothering me with your foolishness. Listen here, lady. It's my way or the highway. Guess what? Squids are here to serve Ursula. Well, if you're so great at budgeting, why are you complaining about the price of my napkins? Back when I lived in Florida and I was so rich, like I was richer than you, any of you, I knew all of the movie stars. I knew all the movie stars because I grew up with them. My mom and my dad knew all the movie stars. I never, ever had to worry about being broke like you. By the way, I didn't notice that you made any super chats this month. Okay. You're gonna put text out there to prove that I'm lying? Okay. Watch what I do next, biatch. I know at least 3 people on YouTube that think that you are bipolar. When I was a manager of over 50 people at a restaurant, you just want to rehash the past. You just can't let go of the past, can you? Well, maybe I could let go of the past if you didn't keep bringing it up. It's always something with you. You always demand attention. Yeah, but like my husband just died. Oh, I know. Your feelings are more important than anybody else's. Yeah, but my husband just died. I know, but don't you understand? This is my business. This is my business. I don't care if your husband died. It's my business. And the final things you might hear a narcissist say on YouTube. You leave me and you will be blued, screwed, and tattooed, both digitally and in your real life. All right, people. I think it's clear as mud, yes? Or how many of you are now certain of what a narcissist sounds like when they talk? If you would, after today, if you would recognize a narcissist on YouTube, put a 1. The napkins from Hades. Absolutely. Yes. AK rocks. No, sir. Don't you dare call my napkins the napkins from the dollar store. How dare you? These napkins, AK, these napkins are so great, AK. Not even, no. I would not even let my napkins get sold where? Okay. Neiman freaking Marcus. Okay. Don't you, that's it. I've had it. Flotsam, Jepson, girls, gather around. We have a mission. Does everybody have the phone numbers of the ethics boards? And do you, Flotsam? It's your job to call the licensing board. You're on first name basis. Remember that. Ladies, we are now about to make AK rocks sorry for talking about our napkins. Okay. Enough. It's way too dramatic. My napkin's better than your napkin. My napkin's better than yours. It's absolutely Moonlight. Yep. I think some narcissists know how to fit in well, though. Not all stand out. David. Oh, David. David. I think what we're talking about today is folly. I think what we're doing, we're not really talking about things from a truly clinical perspective. Most of this is just about laughing at the ridiculousness of the circuses that are created by the narcissists that walk among us. Would you agree, David? David? My, sounds just like that fancy Nancy that we all know and love. That's right, too. Don't mess with my toot. Don't mess with my toot. Hey, Calm in the Chaos, welcome. Calm in the Chaos can recognize a narcissist when she sees one. Yes. So Calm in the Chaos, you'll have to go to the beginning of the live because I present narcissism to you from the point of view of an Ursula or Cruella de Vil. What do you think? Fairly accurate? Hey, Kathy Newell, welcome. I've been listening from the beginning. Uh-oh, here it comes. Because Calm in the Chaos, she is a professional. She does know. What do you think, Calm? Let's have it. Go ahead, critique, criticize, improve. Can narcissists recognize other narcissists? Intriguing question, AK Rocks. Can narcissists recognize other narcissists? Well, so let's just imagine for a moment a Disney that decides to go down the rabbit hole. Let's pretend that as part of the divorce settlement that Amber Heard now gets ownership of Disney, takes it away from Johnny Depp. Now, instead of Johnny Depp being in charge at Disney, now we got Amber Heard in charge at Disney. You're killing me, Johnny. You're killing me. Let's imagine that for a moment. Now they're going to begin to make content It's a little bit darker. You know what I mean? A little bit scarier. Not going to be really meant for children any long. Sort of like the Ezra. Yeah, you know what I mean. So what would be a great premise for a Disney cartoon horror story? Perhaps a storyline where Ursula joins forces with Cruella. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, I think definitely that a narcissist can recognize another narcissist. I think absolutely it happens all the time. And I think depending on who the more sophisticated narcissist might be, they will both be vying for control. They'll both recognize utility in holding that narcissist close, right? They're going to want to align with the narcissist that they see. They're going to want to make that alignment, but it's going to make no mistake about it. It's going to be for power. It's going to be, they're going to look at that narcissist, and each one will do this. They'll look at the other and they'll go, I'm stronger than this joker. Who does this joker think they are? Right. And then they'll make that alignment. They'll manipulate. And basically, what you end up with, AK, is the War of the Roses. That's what you end up with. You end up with one of the most horrific, comedic meltdown of humanity that you've ever seen. Here's an example. It just put one-upping each other with no limits, Tootie. There's no limits. They will, this phrase, I'm going to burn it down. I don't care how much damage I have to do, but winning is everything. I can't lose face. So it may mean that I destroy everything. I may destroy my family. I may burn my house up. I may drive my car off into the ocean. But by God, you're not going to beat me. And it's important to know, too, that a narcissist really doesn't have the ability, unless they can think about it in a strategic manner. Narcissist doesn't have the ability to walk away. It's just not in them. They just cannot take a deep breath and go, you know what? This is a battle I cannot win. And most of us will look at a problem and then we'll look at it. We'll go, you know what? This is a battle I don't want to win. This is a battle that's just dumb. Why do I even want to get into this battle with this person and win this imaginary thing? No. I'll just go get a new job. I'll just go get a new husband. I'll just go get a new house. If you're confronted with one of these people, there's a moment of reckoning for healthy people. There's a moment of reckoning and you think, yeah, this is not worth it. This is not worth it. But a narcissist doesn't have that moment of reckoning. It never comes. They're so driven by, don't disrespect me, don't take my mask off. You're not allowed to see the damage that's lurking, beneath that mask. You're not allowed to see that I'm shy. You're not allowed to see that I'm hurt. You're not allowed to see that I'm embarrassed. I have to be all-knowing, strong, smart, the prettiest one in the group, me, 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 me. And don't you dare take that away from me, because if you expose what is behind that mask, it may kill me. You're killing me, Johnny. You're killing me. Right? But a neurotypical, healthy person who has goals in multiple domains of living, that There are many areas of life that give their life meaning. They will look at one of these encounters. Let's say, somebody throws down the gauntlet. They'll look at this and they'll stop a minute and they'll think, wait a minute, is this worth it? Hold on. Like, I know what is going to be involved. I understand what this fight will be. I get it. Now, is it worth it? Do I want to sacrifice so much to win this particular, whatever it happens to be? I don't care if this protection of survivalism, if you've been so busy building up a mask to hide that someone hurt you, to hide the fact that you're afraid or worried or feel like you don't measure up to other people. If it's been so important to you to pretend that you are not hurt, you are not scared, you are not damaged, then you might be willing to just burn it down in order to stop someone from revealing what's behind the mask. No, narcissist does not have the ability to turn away. They just can't. Which is why when you get to narcissists that get into these power struggles, man, it's vicious. It's nasty. Remember Natasha Cooper? Remember I'm not saying that she's a narcissist, but you remember that was probably like the ultimate that we had really seen in this whole YouTube wars, type thing. You had two creators that it just got nastier and nastier and nastier and nastier. And everybody else was watching and going, wow, how far can this go? Like, how long will they keep this up? Well, it's still happening. It won't, and it got bad. It got scary. It got real scary. Kids being drug into the mix. I mean, it was terrible. But I got to tell you, here's the deal. I don't care. You say whatever you want about me. I mean, I'm going to tell you that night with the whole massaging the baby doll in the bathtub, hour and a half talking about me, and saying that I had all my teeth pulled out and that I have dentures. And I was listening and I was going, oh my goodness, what is normal about this? There's nothing normal about what is happening. It's just so odd. But I didn't jump on and go live. Like, I didn't talk about it and draw attention about it and try to get her back and go after her. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Okay. There was no drive to do that. It was simply, it was this, I was like, this is so odd. This is so strange what's happening. But then, I didn't think about it. I laughed a lot about it, but there wasn't this internal drive to have to, I didn't go live and say, I have to tell everybody, please listen to me. Somebody's lying about me. You're a liar. I'm going to expose you to be the liar. No, that's silly. It had no, no, it really happened. It doesn't matter, right? It's not a thing. But if I was driven by that need for perfection, then I certainly would have come back with guns blazing. I would have come back and it would have escalated. It would have become work. It was just terrible. I mean, I heard a couple of creators the other night. They're all locked into this, battle, this weird thing. And one of them says, oh yeah, well, I'm telling the truth. You're trans. I was like, good Lord, what? So the one creator starts screaming at the other creator that they're transgender. And of course, the other creator's going, no, I'm not. I'll show you my boobs. It's weird. It's weird. It's so weird, y'all. It's so weird. But yeah. So yes, a narcissist absolutely can and will recognize another narcissist. Absolutely. But they'll move for an alignment. And but it won't. It'll be the greatest showdown when it falls apart. It'll be bloody. It'll be nasty. Yeah. I, you know, I don't think I'm going to say that. I think I'll be quiet about that. I started to say something on it. I'm going to be quiet. This is why I don't watch YouTube too much. One, there are some really, really great communities where people have fun and they laugh and they joke and they're supportive and those, it's great. I would say though that for the most part, YouTube is really about learning from other people, right? So you kind of, there's not a lot of I don't go into these small channels of just a few people, 20 people um just talking about, well, this is what I did today, and I cooked some chicken noodle soup, and was your husband? Oh, did he come in late again? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know. I found text messages on his phone. He's for sure having an affair. I know he is. Well, what are you gonna do, girl? I mean, that's serious. Well, I know it is, but I don't know. We live in a nice house and I don't want to have to move. And I don't know. I just think I'm just going to like maintain for a little while and let him do what he wants to do. Well, that's best, girl. I totally just do that, girl. We girls, we will stick together and just, you know what? Screw him. I hate him. I hate your husband. He is awful. Well, yeah, but he's been like a really good dad. And, I know, girl, but we are going to stick together. Don't you be sad. You are fierce, girl. Be tough. You are entitled to live in a good house in a nice neighborhood. Screw him. Don't let his girlfriend run you out of your home, girl. Don't you do it. We are here for you. Okay. No, I kind of stay out of that whole, like phone call kind of. I like to go to channels where people are, talking about things and, I watch documentary channels 100%, but don't partake in many communities. Otherwise, it's overwhelming and kind of mind controlling. It's completely mind controlling, AK. I think you're absolutely right. I'm going to tell you, I have some concerns. There is a person who is, it is going to be a very bad thing if too many people fall under his spell. It's going to be, this is not going to go well, but oh, Calming the Chaos wants to go join the conversation. Chris, welcome. I try to watch YouTube to figure out how to use all of my new phones. I break phones like they're free. Chris, you bring up a good point. There is nothing that you can't learn how to do on YouTube. One day, I have a front load washing machine, and I had a literal waterfall coming out of the drawer, the little drawer where you put your soap. There was a waterfall. I'm talking about like water coming out of a fire hose, like a fire hydrant. It right there in my washroom, and I was like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" And so after I ran around like a chicken with my head cut off, and finally got the water cut off down at the road, dried everything up, and then I thought, "Oh my God, what is wrong with my washing machine?" And I got on YouTube, believe it or not, and I put in exactly what the waterfall coming out of the front of my front load washing machine. And when I put it in there, videos came up and they were all like, you have a sock in your drain. And I was like, oh, I have a drain? What? What do you mean? I have a sock in my drain. And so this video, I called to get a plumber to come, but it was going to be like 2 days. And I was like, oh my God, all those clothes are going to be sour and mildewed, and I have to throw them away, and it's going to be a mess. And so I got on the YouTube channel, and it told me like, step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. And I had my computer sitting there telling me what to do. And I, went through each individual step. And lo and behold, guess what was in the drain? A sock. Yeah. So I fixed it. It saved me a lot of money for a plumber. So yeah. So YouTube is awesome because of things like that. Right. Yes, the napkins were soiled critters. Yes, they were. Yep. 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 I wish we had YouTube on the internet when I was younger and in school, college. All degrees before the internet should be more valuable. I agree, Kim. I've thought about that. That was a big transition for academia that, before there was such widespread access to the internet, to be a college professor was that was a real visible position in the community. Like you were considered like a notable expert. Like you knew things that other people did not know. People, the police had questions about something, they'd be calling you. The school would call and ask you to come and teach a certain class to their seniors. Lots of phone calls from fraternities and sororities wanting you to go out and, teach whatever, different things about human, dating and things like that. So those people were really kind of revered, in the community because they had knowledge that other people didn't have, or they knew how to access basically what amounted to the dark web at the time. They knew how to access that information to get access to research documents, data, things like that. In today's world, oh my God, you can now get a college degree sitting at home. Just Google it. Just Google in your answers and, write in your paper or whatever. So the academia really got turned upside down on its ear. A lot of people that have been professors a long time, they're really searching now for meaning. They don't get the esteem that they used to get. And now they feel like, well, people just don't know how smart I am. Damn it. Everybody thinks that they're a genius when they have Google at their fingertips. So a lot of professors really, struggling with that. But I'm going to continue to say they should still be revered. They should still be looked up to because they have a level of insight about knowledge and information that you simply cannot get by reading on the internet, by doing a quick Google search. What you're getting from Google, from the internet, is really kind of knowledge base, but a professor, a person with a higher level of education, they have the ability for what we call synthesis, and they analyze existing information and they can synthesize that into a new idea or thought or process. And that's a really rare skill. It's for a lot. Well, there's a lot of reasons why, because it takes a certain amount of training and practice. And a lot of people don't want to learn to do it because it's just frankly boring. And if you're the kind of person that likes to be on the go and outside in the sun, it's painful to have to sit in a classroom, So I don't know. I don't look at people that have a PhD in their field or whatever. I don't look at them as any more important or valuable than, let's say, Jeremy Pena or Jose Altuve. It just means they're at the top of what their field is, but there's a lot of different fields. There's a lot of different things that are important, for the overall culture. And some people really excel and shine. And so, there's not one domain of living that's any more important than another domain of living. Although some people would make that argument with medicine, because you have the ability to save lives, but hey, I'm going to tell you right now, you would not have the cancer drugs that you have right now if you did not have tribesmen in the Brazilian rainforest willing to climb these 20-foot trees and show you exactly which ant and which flower you needed to collect for your experiment for future cancer drugs. That That's why I say there's really not one domain any more valuable to the overall culture um, than any other. We're also interdependent upon one another. And I'm highly suspect and highly critical of people who try to say, oh, but people that do what I do, we're really special. Like, even if somebody has like a doctor, like they're medical doctor, a surgeon, there's a ton of surgeons. Like, there's loads of people with PhDs in biology, but there's not very many people that do what I do. I'm very special. There's not many people like me. That's when you're going to hear the whine, the back, where I back up and leave. It's too weird for me. No, we're everybody's interdependent. Nobody's any better or more important or smarter than anybody else. We're just our own little puzzle piece in the bigger picture of the puzzle. And without each individual piece, the overall picture doesn't work, right? And you consider the overall picture being culture, the human race. We all are bringing something to the table, and it all has merit and value. Okay. Somebody whose job is it to put the soapbox away? Go put it up. I'm done with it. I don't need any more. All right. All right, people. How long have I been running my mouth? An hour, nearly an hour and a half. I thought it was longer than that. Okay. Because it was so dramatic, wasn't it? What'd y'all think? Was it worth a listen? Did y'all have fun? If you had fun, put a 1. If you thought it was far too boring and I need to work on the drama a little bit, put a 2. I'll wait. Bueller. Come on, 1s or 2s. It's the name of the game, people. It's the name of the game. Got a couple. Damn it. I hate when I have to ratchet up my drama. That's not good. Yeah, look, I'm telling y'all, you do not want to see me at my most dramatic. You know what I mean? Things can get a little dark and scary. Come on, computer. I'm trying to fill in with babble while I'm trying to get something done, damn it. Come on. Go. Y'all hear me typing? Come on. Y'all talk among yourselves while I fight with my computer. My God in heaven. Things were going so well until my computer decided to slow down and AK says, more drama, please. That was it. That's when the whole thing came undone, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Man, I am. AK, are you hacking my computer? Who's hacking my computer? Someone, it may be the nurse. Ursula may be hacking into my computer right now. Houston, we have a problem. All right, people, you guys are awesome. I really super duper appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And this is how I'm going to end this live.
World that makes such wonderful things could be bad.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? no big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand that they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand, ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore?